Hi everyone, Sandy here from Outlaws Dies, and I'm going to show you today how to assemble our wagon wheel. The concept behind this die was I wanted to really show a three-dimensional view of a wagon wheel rather than like just your typical straight-on decorative type of wheel. So there's a little bit of shading, there's a little bit of stacking and layering, which I'll get to in just a sec. Okay, so here are all the pieces. There's 6 pieces to assemble the actual wheel itself. And again, this is just a bonus piece so that you have the straight on view of a smaller version of it. And for this one, I do recommend inking because you really do want some of these shadows to come out and come into play. So I'm going to use my vintage photo. This is all my standard go-to for pretty much everything that I do. It's brown, it goes with everything. And of course, we're working with this die, which is wood. So that's what I'm going to show you. Basically, I'm not going to ink every little aspect of everything. The main thing that I want to do is on these spokes, I want to get the ends nice and inked because again, that's where my shadow is going to come into play and I really want that to be accented as well. So I'm going to put that on there. And then on the, it's not really a rim, it's basically the outer edge of the die or the wheel itself. And what that is it's just the thickness of the wheel, I guess you could say. And you're accenting that and highlighting that. So I want to get this edge really thick here on the outside. Just so I have a lot of definition. Because I'm using the same color for the foreground and the background because it's a wood piece, it's all one piece. You can use contrasting colors or a lighter version of the other. It's entirely up to you. It's just a preference on how you want it to look. Okay, I did one in black and silver and it turned out really awesome. And you could always use black as the background piece because that's a shadow and it will work beautifully for you. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is grab your base and then you're going to grab the spoke piece. And in actuality, the rounded parts go towards the left-hand side. This is going to be the shorter looking pieces and that's going to go and that's going to layer on top of this one. These pieces here are going to come exactly along this edge. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in just like this and it's going to go exactly along there. If it's not perfect, it's fine because this is going on top and we can hide any kind of little oopsies or whatever else that you may or may not have. Okay, go in with your glue. I'm kind of fanatical on my glue, so you'll have to bear with me. If you have fast drying glue, you'll want to do this really quickly. Okay, and again, make sure I'm right. Lining up these guys right here. I find that if I line up these 3 spokes here, everything else kind of just comes right into play. Not always, but you know, it also depends on how your paper warps coming out of your die machine, because believe it or not, it can warp. Okay, and you can shift those a little bit as well. Okay, so there you have that. Now this piece is going to go over top. Now the 2 important things that you want to do is you want to make sure that this outside edge is pretty much aligned. And again, you may, depending on your die machine and how your die machine cuts, you may have a little bit of warpage to work with, which is totally fine and you can overcome it. It's just going to be a matter of your glue and your adhesive that you're using and your patience. I don't have that much patience, so for those that know me, yeah. I am not a patient person. Okay, so again, I'm going to line that up as best I can there, and then this one's going to come in and overlap just like that. Okay. This piece here is going to be over your spokes. I threw it, there it goes. It's like I threw my ink around my table. Okay, so this one's going to go down over here. What you're wanting to do on this dot right here is you want to pretty much have your oval to where it's even to the top and the bottom, and then you want to come over and you want to get on this edge right here. You don't want to go on the inside because that's the wrong direction. You want to go on that left side. This is that left shift. So that's the way we want to have everything looking in that same perspective. If you alter the perspectives, it looks really funky. And I accidentally did it on one of my layouts. So even as the designer of my dies, I can mess up. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. So this is going to be the bottom and this is going to be the top piece. And you're going to note sometimes these will flip and you'll be like, oh, which way is up, which way is down. On the dies, when dies cut paper, they cut using pressure. So one of the edges on the from the top going down is going to be a little bit folded. It's going to be beveled. Whereas if you flip it over and you touch the edge, it's actually going to be raised and you can actually feel that. Okay, so this is the top and this is the top, and these two just fit right on top of each other. Okay, I'm going to ink my inside of here just a hair, just to give it some nice accent there. And then I want my shadowing on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and ink the whole piece. Okay, tweezers. Don't know what I would do without my tweezers. I love my tweezers. I have 10 pairs because I lose them all the time. Okay, oops. I don't need to ink this one because you're not going to see any of the edges of this because they're going to basically go flush up against each other. So you don't need to worry about inking that bottom piece. You can if you like. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so that's together like that. And then that's going to come down. And again, we're doing left justified. Now, this is the way you want it. That's not the way you want it. This is the way. Okay, and again, you're going to try and marry that up pretty much to the center of that line there. You may or may not overlap on that side. It just all depends on how you've set it up. And that's it. That's your wagon wheel. If you want to take a pen and you want to really highlight these curves on the inside, you can do that. It's up to you on how you want to shade or accent your pieces. I would probably go in with like a brown pen here and I would accent this inset right there just to give it a little bit of shadow. Okay. I hope you like that. Again, this is our wagon wheel. If you would like to see more of our designs, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And there will also be a link to our website. Go on the website and create an account. It doesn't cost you anything. When you do that, you will be signed up for our emails. I promise not to spam you with 1,000,001 emails. I'm not that kind of person. I will only send emails when new products are coming out, and we do have a new release coming soon, so stay tuned.